Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the training week from October 30th, where the weekly focus was to have fun, start up some new projects like that giant D-arm and a quarter, and just to enjoy my training, knowing that I don't know what's going to happen next, whether I'm going to do the World Cups or stop here and get the surgery kind of before the World Cups. On the highlights end, we caught the first Pagans since the World Championships, and it was a Saturday where I did 3 out of 3 Kudanovs with a pad touch. I'm pretty sure it was 3 out of 3. Here's one of them from the Monday. Shout out to John Ryan, who comes in on Mondays during the day, and we share sliding the mats for each other. Also I want to say thank you to all the support I've received through socials. I've got a few messages on Insta from people just not giving their condolences, but giving me some messages of love and support, and you know who you are, and I appreciate that people are interested in my journey and care for the best outcome. So I know somewhere in the subtle realms it all trickles down and adds to one's overall morale. So thank you. Now these new projects, one of them is the giant D-arm and a quarter. And fam, let me tell you, that is a skill I never, ever thought I would even ponder to start training. Ever since I was a teenager, I learned the giant quite early. My coach, my father, he spotted me in hundreds and thousands of repetitions, probably from the age of 10 or 11. So probably by the time I was 13, I want to say I was already doing it by myself and competing it. Definitely by the time I was 14, I was competing it. But the giant Diamidov just always eluded me. I had no clue how to initiate the twist. And if you've been following my channel for the last few years, you would have seen that I actually kind of took a step back when they upgraded it to an E and really just learned it step by step, starting post-COVID lockdowns, to the point where it's pretty much quite easy for me now. Every now and then it backtracks and I lose it a little bit, but for the most part right now it's pretty stable, pretty easy. So I thought, well, I can't do much. I'm not doing too much stuff on Heelys. I'm not doing any swing skills like Makuts or Stutz, but the underbar doesn't bother me too much. So, I could do giant Makuts, which I've done before, but again, that's kind of 2 skills in one. And it does hurt my shoulder to catch that 3/4 Heely. But the giant D-arm and a quarter, hence all these drills, that won't hurt too bad. So I'm 50% taking it seriously, 50% just enjoying having a little side project to work on while I can't train too much. And yeah, it's contributing to me just being in a really good mindset and continuing to enjoy my training, even though I'm extremely limited with how much I can do with my bad shoulder right now. So speaking of the shoulder, I have a appointment with the actual surgeon. I've had a couple with a sports specialist. Now this next Wednesday, in a week's time exactly, I'm gonna see the surgeon. He's already looked at my scans, and just like how I thought, like you can't say 100% whether the rotator cuff is gonna continue to retract and continue to peel off. Peels off too much, then you can't even get it fixed by surgery. So I'm gonna give have another conversation with that surgeon about that. But as far as I'm training now, like you see me doing all this stuff, I'm definitely not playing the hero or anything like that. The things that I'm doing, they don't bother me much. Kovacs, there's a bit of an achy pain when I do it, so I do like 2 to 3 every high bar session. I'm not doing any of the other apparatus, and keep in mind, I'm not on any cortisone shots. I'm not even taking any anti-inflammatories at all. So that's how I know that, I'm letting pain be the guide in the truest sense. And to be honest with you, if it was too painful, I don't think I could do it even if I wanted to. So I have quite a low tolerance for pain, I think. Yeah, so pretty much all to say, don't think like I'm going through a lot of pain when I'm doing this stuff, because I've had some questions and some concerns. But I think if my shoulder was peeling further, I would definitely be feeling it. So on the other hand, maybe I'm being stupid, who knows, and I'll have to learn my lesson. But I think here comes one of the highlights of the face smack. Was it this one? Yes, fam, the nose was down, the face was down. I had no idea where the bar was, and I squished my nose on the pad. Thank you, Luke, for sliding that pad. Boom. And then I dropped my nuts and went 10 light years away from the bar, but still going for the reach. I don't know why I reach. So yeah, a couple of extremely precautious ones after the face smash there. One day I'll get that stoop half. Speaking of, this Saturday, I might try a Coleman from a backer price. Earlier this week, it might have been Monday this week, so you'll see it in next week's video. I managed to do a stoop half pretty much to handstand. The finishing posture was in like a full split, so if I didn't split my legs, I'm pretty sure I would have been way off to the side. But if that stoop half culminates anytime soon, why not try a Coleman from a handstand? Because now with the 0.2 connection back in play, and looks like it's going to stay like that for the next cycle, it'll be a really good connection, really good, valuable connection to do. So here you see me doing my first experiments, trying the giant diameter off the end, which is a little bit strange for the first couple of turns, but I got back and got used to it pretty quickly. And what I'm thinking now is to learn to shift over to my left. I'm not quite sure how I did it when I was doing the giant Makuts, because I remember doing giant 3/4 and actually falling off over the left side. I got no idea how I used to do that, but I'm gonna have to revisit that leftward pulling on my left arm, which unfortunately is my bad arm, so I'm probably a bit limited with how strong I am. We're sitting at I like to tell everyone, you have 3 delts, rear, side, and front, or rear, middle, front, and then you have 4 parts of your rotator cuff. So I'm missing 1, but I'm still sitting at 6 out of 7, fam. You got 7 lives, you've only used up 1. On the other hand, when the other 6 take a heavier burden, trying to compensate for the one that's torn off, of course there's the risk that those ones can start to get injured as well. And that's why I have to be careful and just do the things that don't bother my shoulder too much. But gotta say, the inflammation keeps getting better. Just yesterday, on a Tuesday, David Colvin came back up and we decided to test out some things that I was not doing on the last week. So I did a little Stutz, a 3/4 D-arm. It's a windy day out there today. A Stutz, a 3/4 D-arm, and I did a Peach 1 Healy. And the Healy actually hurts the most. The Stutz and the 3/4 D-arm were just a little bit. So it looks like the inflammation is continuing to get out of there, and I'm being more and more kind of freed up with what I can train, how much I can do. So these side projects are pretty fun, I gotta say. We got that giant D-arm and a quarter where I'm gonna try to get my right hand back on that same rail. Once that happens, once I got that giant D-arm to 1, my logic is to add the quarter after that. All you gotta do is push down and the twist just carries on by itself. Now there you go. I think this is where I did the 3 for 3. I just saw 2 out of 2. Did I get 3 out? I did get 3 out of 3. That one was probably a bit far, but 3 out of 3 pad touches nonetheless. And I had a little bit of a breakthrough with my Kovacs this week. Did one where I actually opened up probably a good half a meter above the bar, so the heights get in there. It's crazy though, right? Like, can catch a Casino, but the Kovacs is too low to catch. So that goes to show, you know, if you're out there training Kovacs, don't be afraid to, you know, do both at the same time. The first one to twist is really scary, just like the first flipped Kovacs is really scary. But once you just do a little tuck the Gaylord 2 over the bar, nice and cruisy, obviously late so that you're not going close on your first one, you'll feel immediately how to do the Coleman. And especially if you do Cody's, so stomach drop, back full to your stomach on the tramp, like it takes one little tuck to Gaylord 2 and then the fare is all gone. You're gonna know exactly what to do. So there you go, fam. Staying happy even amidst all this uncertainty. Thanks for watching through to the end. Croc charm designs to come. Might reveal them next video. All the best. Till next time.